Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Carter's in with Narendra Rocharol. We've got the game changer guru, Jeff O'Brien, in here, getting some lineups, and we are live from the nest on a nice Saturday afternoon. For those of you watching the team snap schedule, you may have been a little misled by the 11 a.m. start. So were all of us, but somehow this game is happening at 1 p.m. Not quite sure what happened there, but the good news is we're all here. Alex Radix is on the mound warming up. Blaze McDonald is throwing down, and we got a baseball game, Narendra.
Yeah, welcome back, Carter. I know you weren't feeling well. The other thing to mention is we have an umpire as well, so it's 2 hours late, but this game is happening, and it's one of the kind of classic Bay Area day. A little sun, a little wind, a little clouds.
And here we go, folks. Radix on the mound and Ben Lopez up at the plate. Fastball high and away, ball one. This Windsor team, we played them before the break. It was a great game. Game I think Tam feels like they should have won. There's a strike, 1-1. But Windsor came back in the late innings and mounted a pretty spirited comeback against Alex, in fact.
Yeah, the rain started coming down. That was definitely that was a kind of a little bit of a disappointing loss, I'd say. This team's it's no pushover team. They beat Cardinal Newman. They beat San Marin. They are, they're going to compete today.
Yeah, no question. I think the teams are pretty evenly matched based on the game I saw up in Windsor. They've got a huge roster, Windsor. 21 kids I counted, Narendra.
I mean, isn't that some of the theme we've been seeing this year? I don't know if there's something about the class of 2028, but I know San Marin had a lot of kids in the 20s. We went up to Vintage earlier this week to play a great Vintage team.
There's a swing and a miss by Radix on a breaking pitch inside. No worries.
Vintage also had numbers in the 20s, so it feels like...
it does feel like the further north you get, the bigger the rosters get.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a little bit of a different lineup today. Will Weir starting at third. Hudson Williams slides over to short. Dylan Murphy at second. And Nico at first. And Alex gets off to a 1-0 count on Elijah Evans, the left fielder for Windsor, number 9. I've got Arden Shapiro starting in right. A swing and a miss. Is that Liam in center? And is that Curran in right?
That is Curran in right field, yeah.
Great. All right, so we got a 1-1 count here on Evans. There's a nice pitch by Alex, starting to get a feel for that fastball.
I talked to Hobie briefly before the game, and the season's kind of getting on. We got some really tough teams ahead, and there's a lot of kids who show up every day at practice.
That was a great curveball.
Nasty
by
curve.
Alex. This is, if you remember what I was saying last time when we were getting it handed to us by Redwood, I just wanted Alex to get a feel for the zone, because once he does, he can start throwing that curve, and he can be very effective if he can be a two-pitch pitcher. Low and away.
Totally agree. I think starting him and instead of bringing him in tight spots, giving him a little bit of ability to find his groove, great idea.
A little outside, we got the number 3 hitter, number 18, Deacon Murphy, playing first today.
To finish my thought quickly, seeing Arden and Kern out there getting the start today is nice. It's these guys put in the time.
There's a strike over the inside, 2-1.
Great pitch.
Yeah, Holby's mixing it up. We got a lot of games. We're going to have a Monday game and a Wednesday game and then a Saturday game. So lots of baseball as we finish out the season. Foul ball down the first base line, just wide.
Saturday doubleheader.
Yeah. So I think everyone will get
against probably the 3 best teams in the league.
Oh, he thought about it. Little inside, goes to a full count on Murphy. 2 outs, nobody on. Alex looking to get out of this with a perfect inning. We'll see. That's a beautiful inside fastball. Radix looks sharp, striking out the side. You got to like what you saw there, Narinder.
I do. I feel like that is a great way to start a game, Carter.
And, you know, this team's been struggling, our TM team, and I got to say, having Alex come up here and throw some hard pitches and get some strikeouts wouldn't be the worst morale boost for these boys either.
That's true. I tried my best to up the morale this morning with a trip to not a sponsor, but, you know, kind of a sponsor, Bob's Donuts. Down the street, I'm drinking a coffee, and we had 12 old-fashioned donuts that were devoured but like a pack of wolves.
I think you can, I'm more than happy to call Bob's Donuts. They're incredibly generous sponsors of Tam High Foundation.
Oh, okay, there you go.
My wife is very involved with Karen, and I've gone down to the store more than once to pick up, 50 donuts that were day olds that they donate to kiddo meetings and things of that nature.
Oh, they do? Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they're insanely generous. In fact, this last donation was for an art project. Kids were painting paintings of donuts and big boxes of donuts. And so I went down there to get the most colorful ones I could find. So Bob's is super generous to Mill Valley Schools, I can tell you that.
All right, what do we know about the guy on the mound?
I have to write my lineup up, so maybe you can take a look at Game Changer and see if he pitched last time. All right, folks, stepping into the plate in the bottom of the first is Alex Radix, back in the leadoff slot. See if you can get it started off. There's a swing and a miss.
Didn't seem like if that was a fastball, wasn't the speed that maybe we've been seeing of late.
No, it is not, but that doesn't mean a whole lot unless we can hit it.
Alex has got to adjust. I saw they played a little. They had a couple hours to get on the field and do some hitting today.
And there's a line drive down the left field line, just foul.
Just kind of spun off the end of the bat. Alex hit one that hit the fence out and right.
Oh boy,
mucking around this morning.
Off of the ball machine.
Yeah.
That hit him. It bounced and hit him. So
all right.
Let's see. First batter is on. When on Jeff O'Brien's Majors Angels team, we called that a Lomo. Leadoff man on. Lomo. Gotta think about that for a while. All right, here was in the two slot, Hudson Williams stepping in. Okay, that's an interesting thing. He was calling for time. He didn't get it, but the pitch was a ball.
It almost looked like a pitch out, which I do not think it was.
Nah.
Given the speed and what looked like the catcher's arm, I'd be sending Alex right now. You know,
ball's high and tight. 2-0 on Williams. Man, each time I come in, our little new nest gets better and better thanks to
Phil Sazzo's here all morning, putting in the door and the first. Hatches for the
It's not that I mind here in the varsity taking batting practice 20 feet away, but it's kind of nice to have the door. The runner's going. Here's the throw down. Alex is going to have to slide, and he's in safely as that throw bounces short and into short center.
Did you call that a ball? What do we see? Oh, we called it a strike. I thought that was low, but that looks like 2-1 on Hudson now with a runner in score.
Okay. So batting in the third spot is Nate Lee, and he fouls one down the first baseline for strike one.
We just had a little production truck, our software glitch, so that may have cut out for a few seconds, but I think we're back up and running.
Okay, good. Ball's inside. 1-1 to third place hitter, big Nate Lee. See if ball gets away from the catcher now. It's going to make it home. Just swinging a miss at a low fastball. 1-2 to Lee. 1 out, runner on third. We're in the bottom of the first. No score. Oh, swinging a miss on a nice fastball.
Right.
Strike 3.
2 down. It's going to be up to Arden right now.
So our pitchers.
Get that ball through the infield right here.
See what Arden can do in the 4-hole. There's a swing and a tap foul at the plate. Strike 1.
I think I just saw Gazelle go running by.
There's Gazelle. Ball's low and away, ball 1. Strike on the outside.
That was a very nice pitch. All right, come on, Arden. We are rooting for a nice liner.
Foul back to the backstop. Count remains 1-2. Yeah, I don't know if you called it a swing or on the pitch, but either way, that was strike 3 to Arden, fooled on the curveball. So
we're going to strand 1 runner at third base. 0-0 after 1. Carter?
0-0 after 1 full. All right, folks, welcome back. Heading to the top of the second. Number 7, Dylan Sekeli's taking the plate for Windsor. Alex's first pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Alex bounces that one at the plate, 1-1. Sekeli, the catcher for Windsor. Do we know the mascot for the Windsorians?
The Jaguar.
Jaguar, I like it. All right, here's Radix with a 1-1. Yeah, that's right, nicely on the knees for a strike, 1-2.
Carter, did you catch that Jung-Hoo Lee 9th inning at bat yesterday?
I did, and I was appalled.
Appalled, right?
I was appalled.
I feel like the
Foul tip.
major leagues. I mean, we can expect that in freshman ball, but
I thought it was either it hit the bat, so it should have been a foul ball, and he's alive, or it hit him. But they called it a swinging strike, which I found bizarre.
well, it had clearly hit the bat, right?
Yeah, I can't say. I didn't watch it carefully, but I just don't think it could have possibly been what they said.
No, in the replays, it had clearly hit the bat.
Yeah.
And there's some strangeness about it. It was unclear why it was not reviewable, or they didn't choose to review it, but like
You can't review balls and strikes, so I don't know if that has something to do with it. There you go. Right down the middle. That's a
well,
tough
Alex
take.
has his groove going, and this could be fun to watch right from this vantage point.
So far, we got 4 Jaguars, 4 strikeouts. And he's not
overthrowing.
He's not overthrowing, and he can throw harder, but right now he doesn't have to. There's a swing and a miss by number 10, Austin Humber. Humber is playing shortstop today for the Jags. It's a 1-1. There's a line drive right to second base, gloved by Gale. Ball was hit well, but in the wrong spot. And a quick 2 outs.
I am sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm putting runs up where Alex should be in this overlay. I apologize to everyone out there. As soon as he finishes this pitch.
And we got number 4, Ethan Hahn, at the plate. Ethan was kind to help me take a photo of the Jaguars lineup card this morning. Thank you, Ethan.
I was about to say, Alex is working so quickly that it's hard to get a word in edgewise.
Well, we came here to talk, so let's go tell him to slow down. He's very disrespectful.
That's quick 2 strikes. I was about to say, we certainly have to mention what was a very tense, exciting Redwood varsity versus Tam varsity right here, where Tam won 5-1 yesterday. It was packed, and it was the whole freshman team was here cheering.
I heard about it, and I was watching it on Game Changer. There's a fastball that gets away from Alex, 1-2. And under my office at the Zinn Law Firm is right across Richardson Bay from this baseball field, so I can tell how the game's going often by the cheers.
Oh, nice.
I can hear the pings of the bat and the cheers of the fans, and it's something I love.
And did you say that is the Zinn Law Firm?
That one. Well, I got some negative press from Jeff O'Brien.
I heard about that.
He's one of my competitors as a sponsor.
Mentioning Habas or
Habas. There we go. There's a pop-up. Alex is calling it. Looks like he's going to catch it, and that is it. So another 1-2-3 inning for Radix. Looking strong on the mound.
Yeah. Comfortable, too. Not just strong. He looks comfortable.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen that. He's been putting in some tight spots a lot. Yeah, I think Colby, it's easy to look at these guys on paper and be like, he's my closer. He throws hard. He's got a nasty curve. But then, you got to work up to that. And I feel like he's been put in some tough spots against some good teams, and it's just it's hard to build your confidence. I think this could go a long way towards getting him potentially rolling for the last push of this season.
Yeah, and the other piece of it is that I know, because Alex spends 2/3 of his waking time at my house, that he had arm trouble for a long time and really wasn't able to pitch at all. So he's coming back from a long period of not being able to throw. I'm very proud of him. My son's gone through it too, Colton. But when these kids get shut down, when they're having the Little League elbow, you got to be patient. I don't know if Alex didn't throw for months, and then you start throwing 40 feet, 20 pitch, 20
back
throws.
To pitch.
Yeah. So it's been a long road back, and he just needs reps. That's all I think. And I'm glad he's getting them. And I agree with you. Starting is great for him. All right, we got leading off Nico Rocherol, first baseman. There's a hammered ball into the hole. Solid single right in between shortstop and third for a nice start for Nico.
It's easy to sit in the armchair. I just want to see every one of them just hitting nice, easy strokes in between the holes. There's a lot of space out there. That was a great way to start off the inning. Let's see what Will can do. Or is this Dylan?
No, good. Dylan Murphy up.
Dylan.
Second. I think he's playing second today. And he takes
that was a ball.
For ball one. There's a lazy fly ball to short right, and the right fielder's calling the second baseman off and makes the play for the first out of the inning. Nice play.
Now we've got Will. I had they were all roughly the same size last year on the Orioles. I would call them Gwillin.
Yeah. Well,
Gale Gail Dill.
The runner's going, and here goes the Gazelle, and he is in. Again, not a great jump, but the throw was way up the line, and Nico was in pretty safely with a stolen base.
I'm trying to decipher. Looks like the bunt is on. What's the count?
0-1 to Will. And the bunt is on right in front of the plate by Will. His only play is to first. He gloves it, throws over, and they get to play a 1, and Nico advances to third. So, I guess we call that a sacrifice.
We call that a sacrifice, yeah. I feel like obviously we were doing a lot of bunting this year. It's easy to pick apart because they also need to be learning to hit. But yesterday, the TAM varsity bunted 3 times in a row, including with the bases loaded.
Yeah.
To sort of go ahead of Redwood, and you realize that at that kind of high level, there are times when you're facing a tough pitcher and you got to scratch, and it was fun to watch them then put that together. All right, we need Kern right now. We need a 2-out RBI from Kern.
Call is 1-1 to Kern. We got 2 outs with Nico at third. Ball's low outside. 2-1. Is that Seamus in the hole on deck? I think so. Fouled back by Glenn. Nice cut. Count goes to 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball, he punched him out. I wasn't, it was a late call, but I was a little worried about that.
All right, well, if you feel like the first 2 innings were similar, they were. We just saw runners stranded at third and strikeouts to end innings. So, still 0-0 after 2, despite threatening.
All right, folks, we're back live. Going in the top of the third, 0-0. And that one sails high over the batter's head. We got number 5, Austin Roberti, up at the plate. So far, it's been 6 up, 6 down for Windsor. We'll see if they can get something going here. There's a nice fastball down the hands. Roberti fights off for strike 1.
Well, this is batter 7.
Yep.
And we certainly didn't see any in the first 6 that gave me any trepidation about Alex sort of getting, getting battered at this point. So all he has to do is throw strikes. That's a long way of saying.
That was a generous strike, but we'll take it a little high. To this batter, it's not super tall. There's, Alex is, he throws a lot of chest-high fastballs, and so if he's going to get that pitch, that's a good thing for him.
There's some, there are some teams there that with the bigger kids who are used to that 70-mile-an-hour fastball, and that's a taller ask for at this point. Alex is
there's a pop up to second base, ranging back is Murphy. He turns, but calling him off is Curran nicely. That ball hung up there long enough Murphy got turned around a bit,
Yep.
so Glenn got in there and called him off nicely. That obviously that's Kern's ball being a great play.
And we've seen more than we've liked to dropping out that Netherland between second and right. Oh, here comes a bunt.
Here's
oh,
a
it's
bunt right
here.
up in the air. Blazes come right in front of us, and I can't tell. Did he catch it? He caught
Oh!
it right in front of us. He sort of slid into it. Couldn't have been more than a foot in front of the backstop, and frankly out of our view. And Blaze makes a great play
With the mask on. I love to see Will was charging so hard
Wow.
he came back here to give him a somewhere between a chest bump and a elbow smash.
Now we got the pitcher Charles Powell at the plate. My guess is he's probably not batting ninth unless he's pitching, but we'll see. That was a pretty good hack.
Yeah, I agreed. That was a very nice play by Blaze.
Great play. 0-1 to Powell. Yeah, Alex is just pounding on the inside with a high fastball, and it's not easy for these kids to handle. He's pitching really well. Hasn't thrown that many curves, Narendra.
No, and he doesn't need to.
No, you're right. Yeah. I think Blaze called a curve twice there. And there it is. And you see, I'm going to tell you, this is why he needs to throw it, because it is a weapon, and this is the game to get comfortable with it, in my humble opinion. All right, so after 3, we've got no hits, no runs. Score is still 0-0, and we've got the 9, 1, and 2 spots coming up for the Hawks in the bottom of the 3rd. All right, folks, we're back. Here we are in the bottom of the 3rd. Seamus Maurer stepping to the plate. Powell's inside with ball 1. I'll tell you, Narendra, if you're going to be objective about it, I think Seamus is probably the hottest hitter on this team right now. I haven't been scientific about that, but he's been really consistent all year. And honestly, I'll tell you, if you want to talk about a player that has really played up to or maybe beyond what was projected, it would be Seamus.
Ooh! And he got hit there.
That was behind him.
I think that hit him
Nah, it went behind him.
on the shoulder.
Nah, it was
Jersey.
I got a good view from on my
right.
side. Yeah, he just went right behind him. He didn't have time to back into it. All right, 2-1 to Seamus. He stays with that one and pulls it down the left field line, high in the air, foul territory, and falling out of play. 2-2 to Maurer. Yeah, I was just saying, I'm impressed with, I think we have to be honest. There's a lot of Hawks who probably haven't played up to their potential so far at the plate. I think Seamus is one who has. Oh, but that was a curveball.
Sweeping curve.
Yeah, but Seamus he's better than that. He can put a better swing on that. He'll want that one back. Hopefully he'll get another chance. This kid doesn't throw so hard that Seamus needs to bail out like that. All right, now we got the leadoff hitter Radix, and
if Alex can stay in with the wind blowing a little bit out, I think he can hit the ball out of the park right here.
Well,
Just saying.
I'll take a hit.
Oh.
And there we go. Foul down the behind third base dugout. 1-1 to Radix. Alex is still trying to get completely on track. Smartly lays off that. Oh, the late call for a strike. I don't think that was a strike, but I'm glad he laid off.
They faced an extremely
There's a curveball fouled back.
extremely savvy pitcher in Vintage who had all of our best hitters looking absolutely lost at the plate. This kid could start you off with the nastiest changeup, and they never had the right speed. And
what was his fastball like?
you know what? You throw a couple nasty changeups at any fastball looks.
But he
could throw right by them high in the zone. He was making, and he would do it so quick. It was impressive to watch.
But did he throw as hard as Alex, for example?
Probably in that range.
Yeah.
But such a differential.
Hey, that's just swing and a miss on outside fastball, straight 3.
That had a little tail to it. That's too bad.
Powell throws his fastball. I don't know if it's just his mechanics, but there's a good 5-6 mph difference. That one was had pretty good pop. Well, all of a sudden, just like that, there's 2 outs, and Hudson's up. That one bounces 2 feet in front of the plate. Ball 1.
You could see the umpire anticipating that. In fact, I'm trying to think of pitchers we've seen for just straight up command of the game. That Vintage pitcher really, might have been the best one we've seen. I think he finished 7 complete innings. I think he was under 10 pitches an inning, which was just. I feel like saying I'm sorry I missed it, but I'm not. There we go, 2-0 pitch to Williams. That's right down the middle. Not a bad take. Williams fights that one. It was since we're into the third, I'm not sure we can discount this Windsor pitcher. He's getting the job done.
No, I think he's a good opportunity for the Hawks to get their hitting shoes on, but so far, other than Nico, we haven't had any really hard hit balls. And there's one right there.
Get down.
Yeah, that's down.
Oh, it's gone.
It's by the left fielder. That's going to roll all the way to the fence.
Hudson should be getting the 3 on this.
The left fielder gives up on it. Right, center fielder goes and gets the ball. That was kind of odd. Line drive by Hudson that the left fielder took a chance on.
So that I would score a single and an error.
Yeah, that is, we would do the same. But just as we were saying, we hadn't had a lot of hard hit balls. That was certainly one.
Hit on a line. And I think Nate, if he moves up in the box here, let's see. Oh, he is. Look at that. They're learning. Like little velociraptors. All right, Nate.
So now suddenly we have runner in scoring position with Nate at the plate, swinging a foul. Strike 1. I wonder if Holby sends Hudson here. There's no one anywhere near the bag for the Jaguars right now. He can get, they're not even attempting to hold him on. He's going to go. Now, that ball's behind. Look, he's going to get a free pass now. There's no throw down to third. That was 2 feet behind Nate.
Yeah. I think that's the third ball behind our guys, mercifully with no one getting hit.
Yeah.
I think Hudson's got to be ready to try to score on a pass ball right now.
Yeah. That was low and away. 2-1 to Nate. Big at bat for Nate. Big moment for here. Tim really needs to get a lead in the game. Do wonders for their morale. Close stance. Paul is inside.
That was ball 3. Yep. We'll just say it.
The thing is, Nate stands so
far. He had to move to get out of the way in order to take a swing at that.
And Nate does move his feet a bit, but he's so far away from the plate. He could have hit that ball. He could have gotten the barrel on it because he sets up pretty far off the plate. It's 2-2. There's that curve. Nate stays back nicely. Fouls it back.
Agreed. Nate is one of the folks who early in the game at Vintage absolutely caught one on the barrel, and the left fielder had to make a running over-the-shoulder catch and the ball in deep left.
Oh, this was like what we had last night with Jung Woo. What's he going to call? He called it. He said he hit him. Powell's wondering. I'm sure what Powell's point of view. He's asking him. So this is exactly what happened last night. Powell's point, and I think it's a fair one, is if he swung at it, it's strike 3. It doesn't matter if he hit him or not. And that's exactly what the Windsor manager's out discussing with the home plate umpire. I think, honestly, they have a decent point. if he offered at it, it is a swinging strike, whether it hits him or not. But I'm not sure he's going to change any minds.
He's going to talk to the
Oh, yeah.
to the umpire that I didn't even know was on the field.
Yeah, he's out there. He showed up at some point.
He apparated. Harry Potter fans out there. It'd be a shame to call him out now.
But
I agree. I think, technically
it's a tough rule.
it is a tough rule. It depends where the bat head was, right? Like, because he turned and then it definitely hit him in the shoulder, inside shoulder.
Yeah, the best person, a first base umpire would be the only one really who could make that call. I couldn't tell from our point of view whether the bat crossed the plate or not. Yeah, he called him out. I'm not surprised. It's a tough rule, but I think that's the right call. So instead of a hit by pitch and runners at first and third, we've got...
So Hobie's going to chat with him now.
Yeah, Hobie's going to ask him about it. Holby maybe missed the Giants game last night, but this is pretty much what happened. Yeah, Holby's gotten his explanation. Can't tell you that he's
So I'm with
satisfied
you on
it.
that. I think if the home plate umpire calls it one way, the only way I'd rather see that overturned is if it was someone at first who could clearly see the bat head going. Because even from where we are, we couldn't tell how far, whether that bat head was.
I'm going to tell you, between you and me and our 6 listeners, that I think probably what happened there is that the second base umpire reminded the home plate umpire of the rule, and the umpire is the one who made the call that he swung, if I had to guess. I don't think he went out there and asked him, do you think he swung? I think they talked about the rule. That's my guess, just speculation. Defensive changes for your Hawks. Hugo Bach is in to play first. Curran Glenn moves from right field to third base. Arden Shapiro stays in left field. We've got a new shortstop. No, we don't. Sorry, I thought for a moment Gale was playing short.
Who got in center?
Hudson's at short. Gale O'Brien is at second. And at center is Will.
Okay.
And who's in right, though? That's my question. Is that Seamus? Yeah. All right, so here we are, top of the fourth. No hits, no runs so far for the Windsor Jaguars in their... the top of the lineup is back. Number 12, Ben Lopez, the center fielder. I don't know what we're waiting on here. Oh, Holby's still talking to the home plate umpire. That's what it is. And that is now concluded. All right, here we go, folks. Top of the fourth. Still nothing. With Lopez standing, and he struck out swinging in the first inning. Alex stops on it with a fastball right over the outside part of the plate for a strike. Alex is looking the best he's looked all season. There it is again. Moved it 6 inches out. Right over the outside corner. 0-2. Wonder if we're going to see the curveball here. Now a fastball on the inside, grounded weakly to second. We've got Gale on it, throwing over, and there is out number 1. Nice play by O'Brien. Alex induced a weak grounder, and Gale made the play comfortably. Yeah. We just watched a replay, and sadly, Nate absolutely swung at the ball, and just in an unconventional way. Anyway, got the second place hitter, number 9, Elijah Evans, fouling it off to even the count at 1-1. Thank you, Narendra, for pulling up the replay.
Yeah, Nate started the swing and then realized it was coming at him and kind of like backed away, and the bat kept traveling. So I would say
it's an
good
impossible position to be in for the batter, honestly.
Yeah. Tough call for the umpires. Period. So
Absolutely.
they made the right call.
I think that was called high for a ball, was it not?
Yeah.
So that's 2-1. That's fouled at the plate. 2-2.
Barely got a hold of that. So now our streak is 3 innings in a row, stranding the runner at third base and a strikeout to end the inning.
Oof. Great fastball. Just fouled off the end of the bat to stay alive by Evans. You got a pitch count, 44 for Alex.
Is that what it is? That's great.
He's in pretty good shape here. Nice to have this be a quick inning if possible. Beautiful pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Swing and a miss on an outside tailing fastball for the second out of the inning. And for those of you curious, that is Alex's 5th strikeout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it's 6. Game changer hasn't quite caught up. That's six strikeouts, Narendra.
Through 3 2/3. That's nice. I like that.
And there is a grounder. That might be the end of the perfect game unless Hudson does something incredible here. Now, that is a ground ball into the hole. Kind of a stinky way to lose it, but that's okay.
Infield hit.
Yeah, that was solid. No play. Not even sure Alex can make that throw. So, infield hit by Deacon Murphy, the number 3 hitter. That's what he's supposed to do, and he did it. Alex needs to just stay in his same headspace, Narendra, not give that any thought. He's got to take on small challenges and not worry about no-hitters and things like that.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he was worrying about that.
I think he actually was.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Because he made a kind of a gesture after, but that's okay.
The 4th inning's a little premature, but
that ball's in the dirt, and runner chooses not to go. Rolled a bit away from Blaze, but the runner did not break. So we've got 1-0. Is that 1-0 or 2-0 against the cleanup hitter? Dylan to Kelly, scores around the bunt, and now pulls it back. Yeah, this is where I worry. Alex has got to get refocused quickly. He was in such a good rhythm. This is the catcher, Dylan Sekeli.
We got 2 down, so, let the defense do its thing. Three and 0. Let's see if he can battle his way back on this better.
Yeah, so he's missed this. That was the same miss, basically 4 pitches in a row, just low with the fastball. Alex needs to take a deep breath and recenter. Again, only because I know the kid, I can almost out. Yeah, this is very smart what Blaze is doing. This is a good catcher move here. Alex was disappointed.
He's carved up the whole lineup, right? He's disappointed, and you don't want to expose yourself, to a miscue in the field. I'm getting a cheap run at this point. You just want to.
Well, no, let's be clear. That was not a miscue. That was
I'm saying you don't want to expose yourself now,
right,
to a miscue in the field and a run getting scored.
Now we have their shortstop Austin Humber at the plate. That pitch looked much better, even though it was inside, much more free. So let's see if he can find the zone and get out of this. 1-0. There it is. 1-1. Yeah, that was a great break. His motion looks a lot more free, a lot more easy. Fakes the throw, nobody there. Big part of Alex's game is mental, Narendra. I'm here to tell you that. There he goes. There's a grounder up the middle. Hudson's got it, and he's going to take it himself to second. Nicely done by Alex.
Hudson got a little. He's has a beautiful fielding style where he's usually coming in for the short hop, and that one he had to back up, thought about it, and made a nice play.
All right. So after 3.5. We're going to the bottom of the fourth, still with no score here at the Nest. Coming to the plate for your Hawks, the Baby Birds, are Shapiro, Rocherol, and Murphy, or at least their spots in the lineup. All right, folks, welcome back. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Score: Vintage, nothing. Tam, nothing. Arden Shapiro taking his place at the plate. Swing and a foul back. A 1-1 to Arden. Charles Powell remaining on the mound. And getting comfortable out there. Oh, low strike 2 on the outside. But that's a close take. Arden just can't cover that pitch because he steps with both feet. Cannot cover that outside pitch. See, there he goes there. He just can't do it. Drop third strike, and there's a gentle throw down to first, and that's out number 1 by Shapiro.
So I got some more. I just was chatting with Donnie Weir and Holby about that play with Nate. It's a little more complicated than we thought. In a sense, if you rule, first of all, they thought Holby thought it hit him on the finger. Mm-hmm. But here's the interesting thing: if
there's Nico Rocherol up, there's swing and a foul back, strike 1.
If you say that he swung at it, then the catcher didn't catch it, so technically it was a live ball, and he would have had to throw down to third.
That is
or
true.
To first.
That is true. But if and actually Nate took first place. Yeah, you're right.
And the runner could have scored on that play.
Yeah, that's a live ball. That's true.
So that's something.
I'm sorry, we're saying it didn't hit the batter? If it hit the batter, it's a dead ball, I think. And, what a nice scoop by the first baseman. So Nico grounding to deep third. The third baseman made a really nice play.
He did. That was a long throw.
Sorry, I don't know if people care too much about this, but I actually don't know what the rule is. Because if it hits the batter, it's technically a dead ball.
Not if he's swung already.
Is that right? Okay, if that's true.
Because that's the argument for calling it a strikeout. If you call it a strikeout,
then it has to be a live ball.
Now it's a live ball.
Interesting. All right. We have pinch hitting for Dylan Murphy's Gil O'Brien. 2 outs, ducks out from under a curveball, ball 1. You know, Alex is going great on the mound. We're playing a clean game, but we got to get some hits. And there may be one. There's a drive to left center. Center field is shading over and makes a nice play. Gale put that on the barrel, but just got it up a little too high.
Yeah. In fact, I in the game, they were in the little mini scrimmage they were playing before the game, Gale hit a couple monster shots, a couple hops to the fence, and much harder hit than that one. I thought he literally just missed tanking that. All right, we've got Alex back out there for the 5th.
Well, going back to that Nate play, if you're right that it's a live ball, even if it hits him, then he should have been safe at first. I don't think there's any question about that.
Right.
I don't know if that's right or not, but if it is, I agree with you.
And if he didn't tag him, then even if he just jogged down there.
Wait, what's this? I didn't know if Nico was coming in for Alex or they're just exchanging. Okay, I guess they
don't know what that was.
That was a hat exchange. Not sure why we had it, but that's what it was. Setting your defense for you here in the 5th. We've got Garlick over in right. Will Weir remains in center. Arden remains in left, and Curran remains at third. Hudson at short, and I think that's Dylan at second. Is that Nico back at first and Nico back at first?
With we don't know whose hat.
I'm going to guess it's his own. That wouldn't have
It's
bothered
like a
switching.
3-card Monte.
All right, here we go. Ethan Hahn, the third baseman, taking the plate. And there's a line drive to center field, but right at Weir, who played it nicely. Ethan got a nice barrel on that one, but right at the TM center fielder. One pitch, one out.
Not uncommon to make a nice play in the field as he did in the prior half inning and then come up and have a good at bat. That was Will was right in the right place.
Yeah. And now coming to the plate is Austin Roberti, the second baseman. Nice. Alex seems to have gotten some rhythm back. That was a very nice pitch on the low part of the strike zone. Miranda, now that I'm out of the travel ball bat stage of Colton's life, these bats that are built this way look very funny to me.
Oh, the two-piece?
Well, it's just with all this weight up at the thin handle going up to a barrel with no transition. Colton had one of those. In fact, we have it sitting in his bedroom, collecting $350 worth of dust. But now they just look very funny to me.
He called that a ball.
Yeah.
That definitely did not look like a ball. Looked like he bunted at it.
That was outside for ball 2.
No, that's ball 3. Oh,
it's
2-1? Okay,
yeah.
my
Wait, a foul
bad.
Ball. There's a ball on tight, 3-1.
No, I was right. He just walked him.
Oh, interesting. The scoreboard was off. Oh, that's too bad. So, 4-pitch walk by Radix. Puts a runner on first with 1 out. And stepping to the plate is Nathan Matage, right fielder. Starts off with a high strike. For those of you interested, Alex is at 61 pitches now. Nice move over to first. Roberti gets back in. Matage popped out to the catcher. This is the kid who hit the ball back to the backstop that Blaze made the nice play on.
The umpire is moving about more than I would like to see my umpire move about. It makes me curious how he is able to call the pitches.
Oh, yeah, he kind of ducks, doesn't he?
He does.
That was weird.
I think umpiring is already challenging enough.
I haven't been paying attention to that. But yeah, you don't see that in the majors. I mean, I'd probably do it.
Right. I mean, yeah, Alex is throwing pretty hard, and it's coming right at you.
But, yeah, that's not how they train it, I don't think. There's the 1-2 pitch. Inside, he gets through Blaze. Runner's going. He'll probably have to eat this one. Yep. I guess it's a wild pitch, but I think that's a pass ball. I don't even think that was in the dirt. And does that make it? It makes it 2-2 to Matage, the right fielder. Alex really does not want to go down like this. Need a strikeout here. Wonder if he throws a curve. No. There's a hard hit. Oh, and into left field. Shapiro's ranging over. Somehow that gets by him. And he has to play it back in for a double. Don't quite know. Maybe he was playing over. The ball was hard hit.
It was.
Yeah.
It was struck well.
Yeah, so.
Unfortunately, Hudson was kind of busy with the runner on second, and that ball found a seam in the outfield.
And that plates the first run of the game for the Jaguars. It is now 1-0 with big Charles Powell stepping in. An RBI for Nathan Matage. Nicely hit. Swing and a miss. Alex needs to shake that off. That happens. I would mind at this point seeing a few more curveballs. Plays, walks out one. He's got him picked off second. Didn't have time to get it down there. Nice back pick. Count goes to 1-1. I just think this is where I'd like to see Alex mix his pitches up more. If they sit on the fastball, they'll get it.
There we
There's
go.
a swing and a miss. Great. This is as soon as I said that, Powell swung right through that one. All right, got the leadoff hitter coming up next round. This is a very important batter to get. Well, the umpire ducked his head, looked up, and then called that a strike.
Yeah. he's got the
I wish you hadn't showed me that.
moving power yoga umpiring going on here.
I think what happens is he sees it, he ducks his head, and then when he comes back,
he's already made the call.
he's
When
already
it's about
made the
halfway.
call. He sees it while he's ducking. I think you're
Okay,
right.
there's 2 down.
All right, well, that was a huge strikeout by Powell. Great pitching by Alex to challenge with a fastball. And now we've got the leadoff hitter, Ben Lopez, coming up for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 2. And there is a weak ground ball to second. Gale ranges over, takes his time, gets him by a step at first, and Alex gets out with minimal damage. But
Quick correction, that's Dylan Murphy.
oh, thank you. Sorry. I even wrote that down on my chart. Anyway, great play by Dylan. And that gets Alex out of the inning, but the damage is done. So it's now 1-0 Windsor going into the bottom of the 5th.
And I'm just checking the game changer. We're looking at,
65 pitches or so.
is that right?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about for Powell or for Alex?
No, I like to check the line score. So Windsor's got 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error. Tam has no runs on 2 hits and no error. So it's a very clean game. And the bottom line, we need a pair of runs right here.
Yeah, I tell you, some of the pitchers are a tough challenge for the hitters on our team. I think this is a guy who they'll tell you, or I'll tell you, that they should be able to hit.
Yeah, I think they're all sitting there thinking we should be up 10 runs.
Well, I don't know about that. But, if they should be able to get there's kids who know how to hit on this team, and this is a kid where they could relearn it. So hopefully we'll see that.
Here's a ball.
All right, so Will takes the plate against Powell. Powell, by the way, is at 57 pitches through 5. Now, I will say, when you looked at the box score, Narendra, how many walks has Powell? See, Powell hasn't walked about it. That's where he's really helped himself out.
For sure. Whoop.
And maybe I
I
should.
tell you, he's nearly hit
That's a good point.
5 kids.
Yeah, but still, that's we preach all the time.
Are we going to
Usually
start?
the team with the fewest walks wins the game.
Are we going to start yelling "Wear it" from the booth here?
That was a strike, but we'll take a ball. That was over the inside part of the plate. But
All right, Will.
I'm not the umpire. All right, stepping in, number 8 hitter Curran Glenn, and he's scoring around the bunt, leaving no mystery about this. And there goes Will. Oh, he's got plenty of time for the throw, and they got him unless he beat it. They're saying he somehow he avoided the tag. That was not the best jump.
No.
I thought he was dead. The throw beat him, but I think he slid around behind the tag. Thank God for the Hawks. Nice job by Will.
1-0. I heard Hobie yell strikes only, show early. That's what Kern's doing.
Well,
And he somehow...
and he's throwing behind Will, and he's got a shot at him. Okay, the ball gets away from the shortstop, but Kern's not going to be happy with that bunt attempt.
This is Kern getting a chance to just
He's got
practice what we're talking about. Oh,
There's
he
the
did
bunt,
it.
back
He
to the
got it.
pitcher.
He got it.
Powell fields it, only places to first. You know what? Did he pull his foot off that bag?
And Hobie's giving some applause. I hope that everyone lines up for Kern because...
Hey, can you run replay on that on our TAM TV? It's too late.
I can't. I didn't hit capture.
I think he pulled his foot off first base, but
Oh, really?
yeah, but who cares? All
Now
right,
we got Liam up.
all right. So Liam Garlick stepping to plate. And he's bunting, and here comes Weir, and this is going to be a can of corn. Weir scores with the first run, and Garlick is out by a step. Was that a suicide?
Looked like a safety. I didn't see him running straight from the get-go.
Yeah, that was a beautiful safety squeeze. Will was halfway home by the time that ball hit the ground.
He's getting some head taps, some slaps.
Really nice work by Liam.
Alex is up now, 2 outs. Oh, my. That was nowhere near a strike. That was in the righty batter's box, people.
1-1 to Radix.
I want to see Alex unload on one right here. Right fielder's in. I mean. Oh. All right.
1-2 to Radix.
I'm about to walk out and take a breath,
Well,
Carter.
do what you got to do, man. It was a curveball that bounces.
Bounce it. The umpire was in the ducked position.
I actually think he's been calling a pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I'll give him a B+ on his balls and strikes. So I actually been checking my scorebooks. I didn't see those location of those two that have you so upset.
Well, in our new double wide, I have the straight-on view of the plate.
Well, that's why I told you I wanted to sit over there.
And when I can see the ball,
Yeah.
it means it's not over the plate
Yeah.
because I'm blocked by
I
the
see.
umpire and the catcher. So
I
if
see
I
what
can
you're
see
saying.
across the plate, I know it's on that batter's box line or in the other
Here we go.
batter's box.
3-2 pitch to Radix. Oh, he really wanted that one, Narendra. He's not going to be happy. It was a nice fastball on the outside. He had to go
The
cover
thing he
it.
has to do right now is shake that off and get back up there and keep pitching the gem that he's throwing.
Yeah, Alex tends to wear his disappointments, and he has to forget them quickly.
Yeah. We're going to the 6.
We're going to the top of the 6th now with the score tied 1-1. All right, we're back live in the top of the 6th. Radix back on the mound. He's at 70 pitches through 5. We'll see how far Holby lets him go. And we got number 9, Elijah Evans, stepping in. The number 2 hitter. The swing and a miss.
Yeah.
Alex is not losing anything on that fastball.
No, he's not, and they're not adjusting. He was nowhere near the timing for that first pitch.
That one's high.
And I think, as you called it, their pitcher gave up the first walk. He ended up scoring.
Yeah. There's a swing and a foul, 1-2 on Evans. Alex, again, characteristically working quickly.
Did we even have a hit last inning, or did we got that run?
Oh, we did not. A walk, a stolen base, a bunt, a bunt. All right, Alex.
2-2.
2-2 to Evans. Big pitch here. Swinging a foul tap.
Barely got a hold of that.
I'm telling you, I'd love to see a curveball right here.
Just lock him up.
Yep. Fastball right down the middle, grounded to Williams. He picks it cleanly, gets his feet set. And Nico with a stretch, and there's out number 1. The ball was hit hard, but right at Williams. Nice play by the shortstop. Good stretch by Nico. And now we got the 3-hitter, Deacon Murphy. He He was the one who broke up the no-no with the grounder into the hole. Alex pours that one down the middle for strike one. Looking smooth. The question is, if Alex gets out of this inning and he's at, let's say, 80, 85 pitches, what do we do in the 7th?
I think he's come back out.
You do. There's the curve. I don't mind that. Rather him save it for 2 strikes, but I can live with it. 1-1. This will be a fastball. A little outside.
But we got to get through the 6th.
Yeah, I don't mean to get ahead of myself. A little low. For some pitchers, throwing an off-speed pitch helps them groove their fastball, but that can go the other way too. There he is, right up the middle again to Williams. Takes it near the bag, throws a little high. Nico has to jump, but did he drop it? Wait, what's the call? And he said on exchange. Okay, so what happened there was Williams gloved it nicely, threw high. Nico jumped. He left the ground.
Tagged.
He landed on the base. He landed on the bag, and then at some point the ball fell out of his glove. But the umpire, I think, correctly said it was on the exchange and called him out.
He was hustling to throw it around.
Yeah, little risky there, but I think that was the right call.
Oof.
Now we got the cleanup hitter Dylan Sekeli.
Is he the one who hit the liner, or
no? That was the 8th place hitter.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that
was
there were a lot of people ducking out of the way, and so they cleared. That was right on the edge of the plate. I like that call, actually.
1-1. There's a swing and a foul down the right field line. The Gazelle is loping over and just drops near the home plate of the
good effort.
bullpen.
I like to see that. For years, I tried to convince him that anything was playable. He wouldn't make a move towards anything.
He went hard after that, no question. It was not. I don't think anyone on this team could have caught it, but he gave it a good effort. 1-2. Here we go. Bounces a fastball to Sekeli. 2-2.
All right.
I'm telling you right now, Alex has boosted his confidence to throw a freezing curveball.
Yeah.
Freeze this kid up.
Oh.
Now he's just going to throw a fastball right back up the middle again. This one takes a high hop off the mound. Hudson charges it over to first nicely. 3 plays by Williams, all smooth. Great job by the Hawks shortstop. Great job by the pitcher. Got a baseball game here, Narendra. What the heck?
1-1. Head to the bottom of the 6th. This is reminiscent, literally, of the varsity game yesterday. The same thing, and then they broke it open in the bottom of the 6th.
So we've got coming up Williams, Lee, Shapiro. I wouldn't be surprised to see McDonald bat for Lee. So we'll see.
Has Blaze not hit yet today?
Blaze has not,
Okay.
and they're sharing a batting order position. So
this is also a speed that is tailor made for Blaze. He's got that. He swings hard, and this is not going to overpower him.
Yeah,
the curveball might, that wouldn't be ideal, but he could definitely be a kid who could drive it someplace.
So he's got Blaze and Nate sharing the 3rd hole, so we're probably going to see Blaze.
Yep, I see him on deck.
He's got Arden actually batting cleanup all by himself, and then Nico and Hugo are sharing the 5th spot. So probably Hugo will be batting. Nico's hit twice, right? Yeah.
He is, although Hugo's now out. Hold on, I got a call coming in from Phil Sasso. Hey, Phil.
Phil Sasso calling in to Narendra. Phil, the contractor, the carpenter who built this incredible broadcast booth where we're coming to you from today. That man is going to get a 6-pack or a bottle of wine or whatever it is he wants. All right, here we go, folks. Hudson Williams coming up. We're in the bottom of the 6th. The score's tied 1-1. Powell is back out on the mound. That is inside, ball 1. Well, he called that a strike. That's impossible, but... Oh, that was Hudson's pitch. Fouled back, 0-2.
Okay. All right, good for the equipment.
Hold on. Before you hang up, I want to put him live.
Oh, hold on a second. Carter wants to talk to you for a second.
Phil, can you hear me? You're live on TAM TV. They can't hear you, but I want to thank you on the air for this insanely beautiful nest you built us to call these games from, man. You're the best. We really appreciate you, and I wanted to call you out, so I hopefully get a chance to buy you a drink of your choice. And thanks so much again, man, for everything you've done, and all the fan base. Thank you. See you later, buddy. Phil Sasso. I know you couldn't hear him, folks, but that was the man, the myth. All right, 1 and 2 to Williams. There it is, a grounder into the hole. Third baseman's got it to the glove side. Makes the throw in the dirt, and he doesn't pick it out. That ball goes past, and Williams decides to stay at first, but that's an E5, unfortunately. And the Hawks have something going. Ethan made a beautiful glove of it, had his feet set, but couldn't get the throw over there. And now Tam's got something going. And as I suspected, Blaze McDonald is batting for Nate Lee with no outs and runner on first. Another nice feature of what Phil did for us is he built this counter at stool height so I can do what I'm doing now, Narendra, which is standing. Pitch out. There's a ball. Bounces once, but and the shortstop can't handle it. They probably had him. And now he's thinking about going to third, and wisely comes back. Again, that throw probably was going to beat Hudson. It was going to be close, but the shortstop.
They're not picking it up twice in a row,
yeah. And, we've got this pretty high-quality turf field. Those are not hard bounces, but fortunately for Tam, the play was not made.
Okay, so one ball. The bunt's got to be on here. We know a bunt show early.
There's a throwback to second, nothing doing.
Now, if Blaze can bunt this ball to third base, he will be on first. So he should be thinking about how he's getting a hit simply by putting the ball. That's it. Oh!
Foul down the third baseline.
There is absolutely no way. Oh, now they're bringing the third base. Well, let's see. Yeah, they're bringing the third baseman in.
Yeah, he's not going to charge, though. They don't know what they're doing. They're talking about it. Well.
Oh, interesting. So is that a no pitch?
Wait, hold on. I got to time. How did Hudson get over the third? That was a foul ball.
He called a balk.
Oh, so that's why he went over. Okay, but I never saw him walk over there.
Is that no pitch? Oh.
Got it. Okay, so folks, that was called a balk. We missed it. Hudson is now standing at third on the balk. So that bunt never happened.
Bunt never happened. There's nobody out. Nobody out. They've drawn the infield in.
But, they should be crashing based on what they just saw. Oh, and Blaze couldn't get it down in there. There's no play at third. The third baseman was crashing. That pitch was inside. Blaze had to move back a bit, but probably wants that one back. Now it's 1-1. The infield's in. He's squaring around. There's a bunt. It's right in front of home plate. There's going to be a play. And he slides, and he's in.
And Blaze is at first.
And the Hawks go up 2-1 with a nice bunt by McDonald.
This is where, Blaze will learn there was no one at second. Yeah. He could have literally turned first and been at second base. But let's give him his due. He got the run across. And the Hawks are now man up first, nobody out, Arden up.
1-0 to Arden. And I don't know if he's going to send Blaze or not. Pitches inside.
I detect a smidge of fatigue out of the pitcher.
Yeah, where's Howell at? Do you have a pitch count?
I don't.
I'll get it up there. He's at 72 pitches, Powell.
Now, Phil Sasso.
There's a grounder foul by Shapiro.
Called to warn me that it rained like mad in Novato.
Oh.
And to tell me that this roof is not waterproof and there's a giant split down the middle.
I can tell you that is true.
And to be careful about the equipment that we have
Oh.
This
All
TV
right.
broadcast is a small miracle of the 21st century.
Ball's outside, throw down to first. He's back in time. And the count goes to 3-1. And so this is a high leverage situation for the Hawks. Shapiro, I can't now. He's up there swinging. Pops it up, foul, and the catcher's back to the screen. It's out of play. And the count goes to 3-2.
Just felt like that's a timid swing at this point. Arden, let's go. Let's let it rip, you know?
I know Hobie doesn't call himself a hitting coach, but if someone would just say to Arden, you cannot step backwards, that might really help. Oh! And now he puts a charge into it, but right at the left fielder, moves about 10 feet. I mean, that's how strong Arden is he's literally moving his feet. He's kind of swinging with his hands, and he still hit that 250 feet.
Yeah, well-struck ball.
If we got him really getting his weight behind that ball, he could do some damage. But in any case, it's a line out to the left fielder, and that is one out, finally. And batting for O'Sherrill. Oh, what just happened? We just get thrown out?
We did.
Sorry.
Blaze was thrown out. It was a bunt pull back, straight steal. And as you had indicated, this catcher's got a decent arm.
Oh, yeah.
And this time didn't bounce.
He's been beating everyone.
Blaze is fast, too. Probably one of the straight-up fastest, but couldn't get there.
There's a nice fly ball by Hugo, but going to be probably pretty routine for the left fielder. So just like that, we went from promising to end of inning.
To 3 outs from a win.
Nevertheless, the TM scores to go ahead 2-1, so we're going to the top of the 7th. 2-1 Hawks with the big man, Alex Radix, taking them out for the 7th inning.
See if he can close it out.
All right, folks, we're back at you here. Top of the 7th, Hawks are up 2-1. The defensive alignment is pretty much what it was before. We got Kern at third, Hudson at short. Dylan is back in at second. We've got Hugo over at first, and right is Liam, and center is Will Weir. And then left is Arden Shapiro. Blaze behind the plate catching the whole game. And stepping to the plate is shortstop Austin Hunter. Austin's 0 for 2 today. Fouls a fastball back for strike one. I don't think Alex has lost anything on the fastball. It's got all the life to it had in the first inning. He does sit at 86 pitches. We talked about him coming back from arm trouble, so, this is placing confidence in the fact that he really is healthy and strong.
I saw that pitch from the side as I was walking back, and, yeah, he's throwing hard.
There's the curve. That's the one. And all he could do is fight it off for 0-2. That wasn't even his best curve, but I'm just telling you that really helps him out. Let's see what he does here. He wants a high fastball inside. And instead he throws it low and away, but that's okay. Fouled back. Alex looks like he's in a good rhythm. 88 pitches. We got, hey, Larkin's brother, what's your name again? Oh, you're Larkin! Lorcan Keene is here doing photography, and I thought it was his big brother. He's so big now. There's a little dribbler, a chopper to Dylan. He charges it, takes it on the short hop, and throws over nicely for 1 out.
Dylan showing a little range. I wake up every morning thinking, has Dylan grown today? And is he going to get faster? Because we're waiting. It's going to happen.
Oh, it's going to happen.
And those fundamentals are going to serve him well when he's like
his fundamentals are not going anywhere.
Yeah. So that's 1 out.
Anyway, we got my former catcher in my 3rd grade Little League team, Lorcan Keene, here taking photographs. Good to see him.
I remember Lorcan. Lorcan was a pro at wearing Little League pitches off the dome.
He's also the starting goalie on the freshman soccer team. Again, foul back, 0-2.
That's how you do it. Get off to the 0-2 start. And
this is Ethan Hahn, the third baseman, who had that line drive out to left or to center field.
Yeah. That's true. All right, Alex, let's see what he's got.
This is going to be a curve. Yep. And that's a ball over Alex's head, charged by Hudson nicely, throw low, and scoop. Was that scoop?
No, not scoop, just a little low, a little backhand. And we got 2 outs. Hawks are 1 out away now from getting a really clean win.
Well, let's just take
not going to jinx them, but like, we'll celebrate 6 2/3 right here.
At Austin Roberti, he is 0 for 1. With a hit by 0 for 1 with a walk. And he has scored the lone Jaguar run today. Alex gets off to an 0-1 count. Did not miss by much. Low outside fastball. Quiet has come over the ballpark, Narendra. These Hawks fans know what they want. Same pitch, low and outside. 95 pitches for Radix.
I think we just want to see this come straight in.
There he is.
Yeah.
Beautiful pitch. Ties up Roberti. Fastball on the hands. And now we're 1 strike away. Let's see what Radix has in store. I wonder if he ends with a curve. Now fastball right down the middle, chopped to first base, and it rolls just foul. That was a high fastball over the plate that was chopped by Roberti to stay alive. 2-2. 98 pitches. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's your ball game, folks. Alex Radix with a complete game. What an effort by the Hawks. Beautifully played. And boy, do you love to see him finish that way, Narendra.
I know, this game, depending on how you count it, went 3 hours and 23 minutes or 1 hour and 23 minutes.
Yeah, that was a fast. I mean, for my money, I'd say I wouldn't mind watching these kids play 9 innings. They play so efficiently right now. But in any case,
what a job all around. They needed this game.
They really did.
And they're there's not like they hit the lights out. We got 2 hits. We ended up with 2 hits, but they played great defense. No errors.
98.
Alex kept it under 100. Certainly the most pitches he's thrown in his young career. And wow.
Holby wants the pitch count. I'll yell to him. 99, Holby. So Holby came over for the pitch count. He wanted to be able to talk about it. He's got his whole team down there. Those boys ran down for their meeting behind third. It would be nice if we could get Alex in here. He'll hate every second of it, but it'll be good for him. You want to wait this one out and get him on the mic?
We could. We're paid by the hour, right?
Yeah. Well, in my contract, I get paid time and a half for kid interviews.
For kid interviews, post-game.
Especially for reluctant kid interviews, I get 2 times. I don't know. You'd have to have a contest on this team as to who would least want to be interviewed between Hudson and Alex. But you got to learn to follow authority too, right, Narendra?
I agree. So let's do an extended post game. I'm looking at the line score. Windsor was 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors. Tam was 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. I think
Here, I'm going to go off and try to secure the interview. Go ahead and you keep going with the line score.
Okay, I got to do a soliloquy.
Riff.
Here we go. I'm going to riff. I think Tam is the freshmen have just been they're not an overpowering team, so they're not getting tons of hits every game. So they have to win through great defense. They have to win by executing bunts in the clutch, and they have to win with pitching that doesn't walk or put people on base. Without them really earning it, and they did all of that today. And I think first you got to tip your hat to Alex, who, let's get the line score, 8 strikeouts in 7 innings, 99 pitches, and he didn't have a great day at the plate. So that makes the pitching even more impressive, because a lot of times at this age, how you perform at bat sometimes is going to influence how you are in the field, particularly if you're on the mound. So again, sort of like an extra nod for keeping his focus. And the last thing you want to have happen is pitch a great game and then lose a 2-1 game. Because if you look on the other side, from Windsor's perspective, their pitcher threw a great game. He threw 6 innings. Powell, he had 8 strikeouts. He only gave up 2 hits. He only gave up 1 earned run. So the sort of margin of victory was really razor thin today, and it came down to just making routine plays. Hudson had a lot of putouts. There were putouts at second base. We're just making plays. So, I think a really nice outing by the freshman team as a whole. And they've got a tough stretch coming up. I know they play Redwood on Monday. They play the Casa Grande on Wednesday, and then a doubleheader with Petaluma on Saturday. So they're going to be facing some really top-tier teams, some teams with some sophomores over this week. And, this is a nice one to sort of notch in your belt. Boy, I can see those clouds rolling in. I'm not sure if the rain is coming or not. Carter has headed off to the dugout, and I think he's going to rope Alex into a quick interview. The team meeting is over. I would imagine they're going to hustle out soon and clean up the mound, put stuff away. It's a lot of work goes into keeping the Tam High fields in shape. Holby was out there all late morning when the game was postponed or adjusted. He was on the tractor that's held together with duct tape and wires, mowing the field out there, chasing the geese away, and it was a nice 90 minutes of baseball for everyone who showed up. I think another hat tip to the Windsor parents and family who made the hour-plus drive down here to Tam on this Saturday morning for some good baseball. The Windsor Jaguars played a really nice game, and but not the only one team can come out on top. All right, I'm going to go offline for a second. I think we'll be back with Alex momentarily. All right, we got Alex now. This is like media training 101. So, Alex, have you ever thrown 99 pitches?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Were you aware that you were getting up there in pitch count, or?
No, I thought it was lower, like 70 or something.
Okay. I mean, first of all, it was great. It was a great effort. Look at this. We got a lot of the little baby hawks staring in here.
They're flocking to the nest.
So I thought it was nice to finally actually get you a start because you've been put into a lot of games with sort of the game on the line. So what's the difference between coming in a tight spot and getting to like start a game?
Well, you get the beginning of the game to just like warm up and like feel strikes and stuff, so that just helps.
Yeah. And did you feel like you had your good stuff today? Like, when did you know you thought you had had it going on?
I thought it was pretty good. I could have like thrown more strikes with my curveball, but other than that, it was good.
Yeah. Do you get more satisfaction blowing one by somebody or locking them up?
Curveball.
Okay, sorting them.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, from the booth here, as you can see, we get a pretty good view, and it was really nice to watch because we could see your confidence growing. And these guys out here, what did you think of the defense today?
It was really good. Like, there's no errors or anything.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Hudson Williams.
Yeah, Hudson had a lot of great plays.
He's got a lot of infield runs because I think, when you have to get 4 outs in an inning or 5 outs in an inning.
Yeah, it makes it a lot harder.
A lot harder.
Yeah.
Well, I know I know this is an entertaining audience to perform in front of. I feel like the team needed this win, and it was a nice one. They pitched. We only got 2 hits today, so that was they're going home. Windsor's going home. Their pitcher pitched a great game.
He did really good.
He only gave up 2 hits. He struck out 8 kids. So it feels nice for you guys to come out with that 1-run victory instead of being 1 run down.
Yeah, it's
nice. Carter. Okay, so I'm going to say congrats. I'm going to hand you to Carter for one last question. Then we're going to sign off from the nest and the double wide.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Alex. Awesome game. There's been a gentleman's bet going around here. After your no-hitter was broken up by that grounder into the hole, were you frustrated?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I win.
Though first, like at the start of the inning, I didn't know it. I was just like, oh, there's like it's a perfect game going on, and then I saw the ground ball and I just like knew it was a hit, so it was just really annoying. But
and then you walked the next guy on 4 pitches.
Yeah, I know.
And I thought you had to get that out of your head and get refocused on what you were doing, and you did a good job of that.
After it breaks, it kind of makes it easier, like you're not thinking about it at all.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
When we played Redwood, I was saying on the air that you just needed innings. You need to get your release point. And then honestly, I like to see even more curveballs because it's a big weapon for you. But you need to be confident that you can locate your fastball before you can start doing that. Now, did you feel like you're starting to get to that place now?
Yeah, I am. I just like more practice with the curveballs is better, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd encourage you and your catchers, as you can feel like you can get a strike, on a 1-2 and a 2-2 count, go ahead and try the curveball because nobody's scoring that up right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, Alex, everyone's super proud of you. How's your arm feel?
It's not too bad right now. It might be like sore later, but it's fine right now.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us in the nest. I know this isn't your favorite thing to do, but you did great, and great victory for the Hawks. Congratulations. We'll see you later, man.
All right.
All right, everybody. Great job, Alex. So, great win for the Hawks today, 2-1. I'm going to tell you, Alex is not a public speaker, but he did a beautiful job and actually didn't put up as much of a fight as I thought he would in being interviewed. I think, Narinder, you're on. I'll sign off. Folks, thanks for joining us. This was a fun game for us. We needed a win. Windsor put a tough loss on us up in Windsor a couple weeks ago on a cold, rainy day when Colton got hit in the nuts and all kinds of bad things happened. So we were happy for the boys to get a W here. Anyway, we will see you next. Give me 1 second. Our schedule is a little bit of a moving target. Today's game was not at the time we thought it would be, but let's see when we're coming next to you live from home game. We're at Redwood on Monday. It says, hey, do you know Colton is here? Do you know, is Redwood at home or away on Monday? Away. Okay, so Redwood's away. And Wednesday, Casa is away. So our next home. Oh, you already done it. Okay, sorry, folks. We'll see you a week from today from the Nest for a long doubleheader against a very strong Petaluma team. So until then, this is Carter's in on behalf of Narinder Rocherol and the Baby Hawks saying have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.